Hello.
Hey everybody, it's been a while. We're back.
They have returned.
Very exciting stuff today. Whew. Caleb, you want to tell them what we're doing?
We'll be here for 12 hours.
12 hours, baby. It's
We're
going to be a long
starting at
one.
11 a.m. and we're not signing off until 11 p.m.
Yep. Go ahead and grab your popcorn, sit back and relax. We're going to be here all day.
Um, so
And then we can get into
we
discussion
we
and all that.
decided to do our 12-hour charity stream. That one stream that I absolutely kind of just blew up. I still have no words for that, for what happened that day, why I was
Oh,
so.
your rant? Your 42
Yeah,
minute rant?
yeah, my
Yeah.
40-minute
You still
rant
haven't
that
edited?
I don't think I will.
Probably not. It's not going to go anywhere but Twitch.
Mm-mm. I I don't know.
It's not
After
like we get
that
monetized
day,
for
once
YouTube
we
anyway.
signed off, me and Logan are like, well, instead of just preaching at people, because that's not going to reach
Preaching,
anyone.
Caleb.
Preaching?
You.
Oh, sorry. Like I said, instead of just preaching, we decide to actually go in and, well,
Do
do
something with our
something.
lives.
No, we
Yeah.
wanted to go in and actually do something.
Yeah.
So that's why we're here. And
Hmm.
I mean, we have set up various ways for us to help get it. I mean, we've promoted the heck out of this. I'm
Yes.
gonna record this next part before I say it. I'm gonna record it for my Snap too.
Okay.
For everyone watching on the stream and on Snapchat, if we reach 80 followers today during this stream, I will bleach my hair. We already, oh my god, we already gained a follower. We're at 60 followers right now, 20 more followers, and Caleb goes blonde. Tell your friends, tell your mama, come in, come donate, and go follow Two Dudes Talking podcast, and we'll make it happen.
We are actually here with Habitat for Humanity of Williamson County. We're sponsoring, or they are what made this whole stream possible. So me and Caleb, when we were talking about um, what we're gonna do and like who we're gonna go with, we decided on Habitat for Humanity because their message is amazing, and we both agree with what they have to say and what they do as an organization. And when we contacted them, we were notified that their next house that they're building is right here in Round Rock with us. For a single mother of two, Kelsey, and we were immediately like, yes, we have to do this. This is something that we're going to do and that we have to do. So that is why we are here, for Kelsey and to help raise money for this home.
Yes, I mean, all the donations here go to Kelsey, and if you want to know how to donate, I have it right there in the bottom left-hand side of the stream.
Yeah. So for this first hour, we have it broken down as a schedule. We're gonna have 6 guests on every other hour. And for this first hour, we kind of just want to get back to where we kind of started. I know we're still really small and getting up there, but we gonna want to go back to where we started when me and Caleb like just started streaming our podcast when we were in the same studio, and we just were kind of talking to you guys. And that's what we want to do right now. It's just kind of talk to you guys and see how everybody's doing, and feel free to ask us questions.
Yeah,
Um,
because getting this all set up, there's like a lot of logistics go into it, and then like with
mhm.
contacting Habitat and all the guests, there's actually a surprising amount of work to be done, and that we had
Yeah.
to do to get this all, I mean, happen. And
Hmm.
I mean, that's what we did all week. And the week before, why we didn't stream either. I mean, I'll be completely honest, I didn't feel good that entire week. I felt,
Hmm.
I don't know why, I felt so sick. I think it's because karma came around and got me in the butt. Because on Monday, I was
For that
supposed to
rant.
cover. No, I was supposed to cover someone's shift that Monday, and I said no because I'm sick, and I wasn't. But then the next day, I felt sick, and I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's karma.
I remember you texted me and you were like, I'm sick. Oh no.
I was like, I am sick.
Yeah.
She
And you
got
were
me.
like, yeah, I was like, is it Rona? You were like, well, I have a dry cough. And I was like, oh God. Oh no.
It's like it's well, the
But
symptoms for Rona are dry cough. I'm coughing up blood, so I think I'm okay. And of course, this isn't one-sided. I am also going to put in some of my own money. I haven't decided if I'm just going to do a flat rate or do it by the base of followers. It depends how many followers we get, but if we do reach that goal, I will say I'll put in $50 of my own money into the charity. I will donate.
I will as well try to donate as much as I can. I'm not really well with funds right now,
Yeah,
which
because you lost your wallet.
Got it back.
But you already froze your credit card.
I know. I have to get rid of this credit card that I have, or debit card, because I lost. Okay, so I'll run through this story. I went to a quarantine barbecue with some friends at Old Settlers. Caleb, don't shake your head. Don't go off on a rant, please.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
No, because you had some words from me the other day.
I did.
Yeah. So I went to a quarantine friendly ish barbecue with some friends, and then I got home, and I thought that I put my wallet in the same exact spot that I always put it. The next couple days, well, the next day I didn't go anywhere. I just stayed inside, like a good boy, Caleb.
All right.
Yeah, I did stay inside. But then the next day, the Air Force was flying over the flyover. Heard about that? Yeah. So I wanted to go to Cedar Ridge and look at it. And I was looking for my wallet for a solid 20 minutes and I could not find it for the life of me. I turned my house for the next 6 days. I turned my house upside down, tried to find it. I took apart these chairs that we have in here, see if it fell in there, and it was under my bed the whole time. It was under my bed. Go ahead, roast me in the comments or in the chat. I don't care. I get it.
It's so funny. It's like right when you freeze your debit card, you find it.
I wasn't even looking for my wallet when I was looking under my bed. I was looking for my deodorant.
Oh. Then when you're looking for it, it's like, oh God, what's this? Wallet. Fuck.
Yeah. Dude, I got on the ground to look under my bed and I was like, you're kidding me, right? You're kidding me. It's been under my head the whole time. Nothing.
I'm just gonna run through the interviews because after an interview, it's just an hour of us,
Yeah.
and then after that's another interview. So right now we just got us. At noon, we are bringing on our editor, Celia. She was going to talk to us.
Graphic designer.
At 2, mark the time, is whenever we talk to Habitat and the person we are helping build the home for. At 4, our good friend Dominic is going to come on. At 6, a personal friend of mine, Sam in the Madden League that I play with, I asked him to come on too, because we just need people. And at 8 o'clock, we hope to have Coach Sam Robinson from Cedar Ridge High School, head coach.
Is there
And finishing it off at 10 p.m., we have Daddy Nat coming, who is a Austin-based artist.
Yes, musician. Yo, okay, I'm just saying with Mr. Nat, you guys should go listen to his music. It's actually really good.
Yeah, it's. I will say it's
really
pretty good.
Yeah,
It's like really
it's a good chill. It's a good vibe. Like it's good summer tunes. I can tell you that. When I found him, I actually found him through TikTok.
Yeah, after Logan told me about it, I started listening to his music. I was like, oh, this is actually good. I thought we were just gonna be like, oh yeah, I pretend to like this. Like, no, it's actually kind of fire.
Right. And Caleb came to my house to drop me off our script. And I came outside with my speaker blasting his music.
I know, with his coffee cup.
With my coffee. I drank coffee this morning. Bad idea because I'm lactose intolerant.
What color do you absolutely despise?
Yellow. Yellow. It's disgusting. Like that stupid Packer. Yeah, I saw that. I saw you look up that stupid Packers banner. Or no, that's not Packers. Is that the Kobe one?
No, Packers.
The Kobe one's back there.
Kobe's over there.
Yeah. I hate the color yellow.
I don't think I have any colors I hate.
Colors I like: black, red, blue. Our first interview is with someone that we thought was about time and needs some credit for all the work that they've done for us. This is the talented designer behind our new logo and most of our posters, Celia Mays.
Hello.
Made our beautiful logo and our first poster.
Right, she's the one that redesigned our logo from our illegal logo that we stole to our new original logo that I am starting to put on t-shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw your logo and was like, oh, you guys are doing it in an interview with the mayor with that? Nope, not happening. You guys are gonna do that with us.
Yeah, we weren't really thinking because it was like midnight when we grabbed the logo. And we were just kind of like, let's just draw it in MS Paint. And Kay was like, nah, let's just pick one.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
just gonna look something up.
So, and that went on T-shirts. That logo went on.
It did. It went on
Caleb.
t-shirts.
Caleb. All right, so I'm gonna get started here. Where are you from, Celia? I know this, but
I'm from Indiana, actually.
Yeah.
So
Really?
Northerners.
Midwesterners.
Texas through and through.
Shut up.
Y'all.
Hey, man, I say y'all. I have a mix.
Everyone says y'all.
No.
No.
Really?
No. It's
Sorry,
it's
everyone
always-
I've met, and I've only lived in Texas.
It's a Southern thing, buddy.
It's definitely a Southern thing.
Really?
Like in Utah, we say you guys.
What made you want to pursue a career in graphic design?
So I realized that I've always wanted to be an artist, and so I realized that I could make the most money in graphic design, and there were the most jobs there. So here I am.
Money.
That's fair. As the world becomes more and more technological, I mean, moving things from.
Technological.
Oh, sorry, the monster's getting to me. I'm already starting to drool.
Hey, man, Monster's amazing.
Yeah, but as I was saying, it becomes more and more technological. Everything you do on paper becomes onto the electronics, and then that's what graphic design is. And that's awesome that you got to transfer your skills and talents onto something more modern.
And with graphic designing, like, what are your goals?
I mean, I personally want to be an infamous graphic designer. Like, I don't really care that my name is known. I want my like designs to be known because like everybody knows the Apple logo. You don't necessarily know the person behind it though.
Right.
So
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
get that.
And okay, so whenever you are creating your designs or whatever, like, where do you get your inspiration from?
honestly, most of my ideas come to me like really late at night or while I'm trying to fall asleep and my brain's just like, actually, no, we're gonna sit here and think for a while. So
Yeah. I mean,
That's
that's when all the best ideas come out,
oh yeah.
which is why engineers actually carry around a napkin. A lot of engineers carry around a napkin so they can just doodle stuff because
Oh, I was about
you
to say
never
it's
know
like
when
a
a thought will
napkin.
come up. Yeah.
Yeah, like 11 to like 1 a.m. is the best creative time.
That's the time when I drew the galactic Pepe.
That's when our editing sessions happen.
Yeah, where we're both trying to fall asleep and wake up at the same time. Like, you know what, let's just edit.
Yeah. So to go along with like your inspiration, what is your design process when you have a
So
project?
usually I get a client and I have a like discussion meeting with them, like trying to figure out what they want and everything. And then it takes about a day or two for me to get some sort of a mock-up. And then of course we do all the revisions of like what tweaks they want and everything. And yeah, I don't usually have more than one project going on at a time, so I can usually give the project that I'm working on a full 100%. So
Mhm. And like, is there a time where you kind of draw rough etches up and then see how that works with them, or do you finalize things and then send it and redo it, or how does that work?
for sure. So I usually try and do like a couple of like rough sketches first to like show and get like sort of an idea of what they want. And then from the rough sketches, I go and do some mock-ups of different versions, and then we go from there.
I will say I've seen your rough sketches whenever we're working on the logo. Very misleading. I saw the rough sketch you sent us for our logo and what it is now, and I was like, this probably won't be that good. And then you actually sent us a picture when you were designing it on your device. I was like, yo, what happened from here to here? I was like,
You
this
didn't,
transfer.
you didn't trust the process, man.
I
You
didn't
trust it.
trust the process, but I'm a believer now.
And-
Just because I can't physically draw it doesn't mean it won't look good on the computer.
That's fair.
Yep.
And speaking of the computer, what software do you use to like do your designs and editing?
I use Adobe Illustrator.
Adobe for the win.
I like Adobe. All their
I
stuff
only
is super
use
cool.
Adobe. I really only use Adobe when I need to.
Have you ever used Photoshop?
I'm actually certified in Adobe Premiere, Photoshop, and Illustrator.
Nice.
So what made you pick Illustrator? Is it just better for designing? Because I know some people use Photoshop.
So Photoshop and Illustrator, while they so Photoshop was a photo manipulation thing, and it doesn't create image what are they called, vector images, while Illustrator does. Illustrator, as long as you don't have another JPEG placed in there, it doesn't have any pixels, so you can blow it up to any size you want or scale it down to any size you want, and it won't lose quality. So that's why I use it.
I'm gonna pretend I understood that. When we were making our logo, Caleb was like, "Hey, can you put our faces like back to back?" And it was just awful. It was
I was like,
so
no, not
bad.
that. Like I was like, wait, that's.
Sorry to go off on a tangent.
Yeah, I know, but that's literally what I was. I saw it and I was like, wait a minute, no, not quite what I meant, but close.
No. Right? Yeah.
But it worked out. I mean, it looks awesome. I still look. Every time I see it, I'm still like, that's kind of fire. I'm like, that's so professional.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Do you feel that you work better alone or you work better as a team?
As a team, for sure. So I have taken graphic design for 4 years, and I personally love having my fellow graphic designers like next to me. We can all be working on separate projects, but like we'll be just like, hey, help me find a font real quick. And we're like all huddled around one computer trying to font match to the to the company, and then trying to figure out like which colors look better and everything. So I personally love getting other people's opinions on it and tweaking it. So for it, yeah.
But I am
post it
giving
on
it away
eBay.
for free today during the stream. Tell your friends, tell your mama, come join in at a random time. I'm just gonna pick somebody. It'll probably just when I get bold. Oh, I dropped it! No! It's still wet! Why?
Okay, well, I'm just gonna ask the next question for Caleb.
No! It was still wet!
So, Celia, what
Yeah.
kind of design projects do you love to work on the most?
Do I like to work on the most? I really like doing logos. I really do, because I love trying to capture the essence of a business within one like thing. It's great. And I feel Caleb's pain so much right now. That's why if you're doing a painting, when it's drying, you leave it alone until it's dry, and then you can pick it up.
It's been like
My God.
3 days.
Caleb,
I used
why?
oil paint on it, and that takes forever to dry.
Use a hair dryer, heat gun it.
It's true. I have a heat gun. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
I know. I'm
Good.
selling. I'll
Heat gun
repaint
dries
it.
paint so quickly. It's great.
Okay, when this is done, I'm gonna heat gun it, and I'll go back over it. I'll fix it.
Oh my.
It is about time we introduce the people who made this whole stream possible and the family we're helping with the viewer donations. Nicole Vomaro from Habitat Humanity and Kelsey Marie. As you can see that Nicole is under me and Kelsey is under Logan. Both y'all say
No.
aye.
Other
No?
way around.
Well, that's how I see it
Other
on my
way
screen. Either way, whatever.
Okay. Okay, whatever.
Okay, Nicole has the black shirt and curly hair, and
Mhm.
Kelly has the blonde hair.
There you
Yes.
go.
Yeah.
Make it for simplicity reasons. And I know the start.
Semi-blonde, quarantine blonde.
Ah, yes, the half blonde look.
Yeah.
For 21 years, Habitat for Humanity of Williamson County has been working towards our mission of bringing communities and people together to provide opportunities for homeownership as well as sustain homeownership for families in Williamson County. And what that means is we have 2 programs that support that mission right now. That's the homeownership program and the repair program. The homeownership program, I'm going to speak more specifically to in that is what Kelsey is in the program with Habitat right now for. As mentioned, we're the Williamson County affiliate. If you know anything else about Habitat for Humanity, you will know or learn that it is an international organization, and there's what we call affiliates all over the world and country. And so we're servicing or providing our services in those programs in Williamson County specifically. And it is a partnership. It's a hand up, not a handout. As Kelsey was saying, she was accepted into the program based on certain criteria and qualifications. It's an application process, which involves the financial need, the ability to pay, which I'll talk about in a second, and a willingness to partner, because it is a partnership with the homeowners where they put in what we call sweat equity, which is volunteering, basically a set amount of hours, anywhere from 3 to 500, building their home, building other homes, volunteering in our restores, volunteering in our office, and like I said, on the construction site. And then they also go through a pretty intense homeownership, home buying education, which is really important because we want to train them up to be homeowners. We don't just want to send them off into this world of owning a home and not being prepared for what that looks like. And so, and the ability to pay is what helps make these homes affordable for people, is that it's a 20-year interest-free mortgage. So Kelsey, when her home is built and completed, she will go to closing on her house, just like anyone else would, to take ownership of the house. Habitat holds the mortgage, and what that means is those payments that Kelsey's making for her home with a 20-year interest-free mortgage goes back into Habitat for Humanity's organization to help build future homes. So that's why I said it's a hand up, not a handout, and truly a partnership in helping families in Williamson County have a place to call home.
I'm at a loss of words for how amazing that whole program is. That not only are you helping families find homes and get homes, but you're also educating them about how to be a homeowner. So you're not just like, oh, here you go, bye. But I mean, you really are preparing them up to where it's like they can, have the skill set necessary.
We want them to be successful, obviously. And Kelsey, at the end of the day, when she closes on her home and signs her name 100 times to these documents, she will definitely know more about what it means to own her home and all of the legalities and everything in all of that crazy paperwork than I know about my home.
Yeah, I was gonna say then probably know more than most people.
Yes, because none of us receive that unless you can, as an individual, you can seek out that training. But most of us, when we're buying a home, we're just kind of going by with what our realtor says and our closing agents and those people. So that process for her is very, very important, as you said, because we want to train them up to be successful in being homeowners, which then will ultimately help them be successful in other ways in the future, and I'll let Kelsey talk about where she is in that process with Habitat. But yeah, it's a critical component to the success of our 94-95% success rate with our homeowners that we currently have and have been serving since 1999. And Kelsey, where are you with all that fun educational stuff?
So I very recently completed the financial education course for the Financial Peace University. It's actually through Dave Ramsey, and have learned about his program and his process and how to save for emergencies and things like that. So that's definitely helpful. I've also taken several classes that have taught me about the title, that have taught me, they've shown me how to look for cracks in my foundation, how to know if my air conditioning's leaking, the lifespan of my roof, the importance of gutters and trimming trees around your roof. Just a lot of different things, the lifespan of your water heater, they actually have showed us how to drain your water heater. A lot of home maintenance things that, especially me going into, normally I would just be like, oh, I got to call somebody. I got to call my dad, but it would be already too late. Something would be too far gone. So they actually gave me this huge booklet of things to watch for, things to prep for, how to take care of your appliances from the get-go, so that when you get in there, hey, in 8 years or 10 years, your roof may go out. In 8 or 10 years, you may need a new water heater. Prepare for these things, because not everything stays new forever. So it's been definitely very helpful. And I've learned things that I don't think I ever would have learned anywhere else. Honestly, I don't know why everyone doesn't take these courses.
I'm going to come to you, Kelsey, to help me with repairing my water heater and my roof when it comes back.
Yeah. By the end of this, it sounds like you're going to know a lot more than every homeowner, because I know that Yeah. I know that a lot of people that I know don't know a clue. Nor do I, but
of course I don't know. I'm 17. What do I know? I'm 17. What do I know about owning a house?
Well, and it's, it hasn't just been about the house as well. They had, an attorney come in and talk to us about wills and what happens when you have a house and you don't have a will and you have children, and your estate and things that you kind of, want to prep for and plan for, because having a house is a big deal. Whether you get it through Habitat, whether you go through a bank, whether it's gifted to you, from somebody passing, having a house is a very, very big deal. And it's a huge responsibility no matter how you get it. So the more that I can know, the better off I'm going to be for sure.
When did you start your YouTube channel?
Well, I've had 2 separate YouTube channels. I've had one that I started when I was around 7 or 10, and then I ended that one because it didn't get very far. I only made it to like 60, I think, subs. And so I started a new one, started out fresh with my new knowledge and confidence and stuff that I've gained with growing up and getting older. And so now I started Zombie Packer instead.
I mean, at 10 years old, you had more subs than we did.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it was out of nonsense.
Well, that's crazy that you started that young. So like you knew from like super young, it was like this is something you wanted to do.
Yep. I saw people doing it, and it wasn't even about how much money they were making or whatever. I just didn't like the fact that you can interact with people and change their lives by entertaining them for a couple hours a day, doing whatever you can to make them enjoy their day better.
Yeah, I mean it's cool stuff. You're able to reach that many people, and it's not even about the paycheck at the end of the day. It's just about all the people you can reach.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so, Dom, on your YouTube channel, what is your content mainly focused on?
It is mainly on gaming. I will play pretty much any game anybody would recommend to me, or any game that I already have downloaded or purchased. And that's pretty much what I'll do. I'll just take different forms of the game and do different stuff with it, record different things.
I mean so you're just like a flat out gaming channel?
Straight up gaming channel, yes.
Straight up gaming. I respect it. Is there any like main games you focus on, or you just play all the games in your repertoire?
I usually play a different variety of games, but mainly I've been strictly sticking to GTA and Call of Duty, and those have been the main 2 games I've been posting lately. I have been trying to get more games with Isaiah, who also has a channel. I've been trying to play more games with him since he's gotten a PC, so I'm trying to expand my horizons.
Oh, that's right. You switched to the PC game.
Yes, sir, but I still have PlayStation.
The PC Master Race.
Whack.
Whack.
PC whack.
How dare you?
Whatever, man. Well, where did your channel name come from? Like, does it have a meaning behind it, or?
It does actually. So when I was very little, my brothers would always play World at War Zombies all the time, and they would always hand me a controller that wasn't ever turned on, and they would make me seem that I was playing when I never was. But from the start, like most kids would be afraid of zombies or anything, but the amount that I've watched and zombies and like movies, video games, anything like that, I just became obsessed with zombies. Like that was like my theme. Like that was the most thing like I love the most in the world. And so that would always be part of my first channel and this channel that I have now, because my first one was Zombie Master, and then now it's Zombie Packer. So not that much of a change, but it has to have zombie in it because that's what I love to do. And the second part, Packer, would come from the game Call of Duty Zombies, either like all of them, because they all have a Pack-a-Punch machine, which where you upgrade your weapon. And so I thought I would incorporate that in my name.
Actually, Call of Duty World at War.
But it is confused. People have asked me, am I a fan of the Green Bay Packers? Because that's where they assume I got Packer from, which I am not. Because if you guys can see over here, Los Angeles Rams all the way.
No. I can't say anything. I'm a Browns fan.
Nothing wrong with the Browns.
Yes, there is.
Just
Don't
everything.
Even try to say
just,
that.
Just
everything's wrong with the
everything's
Browns.
wrong with them.
Literally everything.
That's what makes them great.
Shut up.
They're impeccable scores.
No.
Yeah, like the parade they had for having a defeated
We had
season.
a parade. If you guys in chat, I'm going to go off on a tangent real quick. If you guys in chat didn't know this, when the Browns went 0-16, lost every single game, they had a parade in Cleveland where they wore bags over their heads. And at a parade because of 0-16. So there's a bit of useless information that nobody needs.
That was actually kind of funny.
It's for the football community.
Sure. And so, Dom, what do you think is the hardest part about like trying to become a YouTuber or an influencer or something like along those lines?
The hardest part about becoming a YouTuber or influencer is getting that launch. The launch is what really sets you off and what really makes people want to stay or leave, because your launch is what determines if people enjoy your content or if it's something they don't really like that much. So the launch should be about what you're representing for your channel or your account, and make it purely about that. Do not change your account based on your comments or your subscribers or anything, because then they will change your channel for what they want when they need to enjoy for what you're making.
Okay, yeah.
So the hardest part is the launch.
That was actually really deep. Wow, I respect that. It's like you don't change your content for your viewers. Because if someone doesn't like your content or doesn't like it, you shouldn't change it to fit them, because then it only fits a certain population. You're always trying to find them, and then you can't connect with a broad audience because you're always trying to nitpick and stuff. But if you stick to what you are, I mean, people will come in flocks, and if they don't like it, they don't like it.
Exactly. It's like saying, don't change for people so they'll like you. You want people that will accept you for you and stuff like that. So it's exactly like real life.
That's good stuff. Instead of alienating the stream while we stretch, I will be stretching on camera. Y'all can watch me. Oh,
I'm
God.
gonna go walk around for a second. I'll be back.
Well, I'll entertain you guys with some of my.
Stretch my knee.
Woo! I can't get up. I'm in a predicament. I can't get up. My knees locked while I was down here. Can someone drive over here and help me? I feel like my leg's gonna cramp, and I hope it doesn't. Okay. Oh, God. And whenever you're stretching after sitting down for a long period of time, don't push yourself too far, like I have, because then you'll hurt something. My legs are shaking like Bambi. Oh my goodness. So, before we get into the Madden stuff, you, of course, live in Massachusetts. How is life living up there? Because most of our viewers are from Texas and may not know what it's like living that far up north, except Logan, who lived in Ohio. Utah.
Well, I mean, I guess it's normal. It's normal everywhere else. It's normal here. It's just, especially right now, everyone going around with masks and stuff. Nothing else you can really say about it.
Okay. So it's just not a frozen ice school as most Texans would assume?
No.
Common misconception.
It's always frozen over there. All right, Logan, I'll let you field the next one.
All right. So I have never read this. All right. You interact with Caleb on a daily basis. What is something we may not know about him?
Something you may not know. About him as like a person, or something that may have happened in his life?
Either.
Let's
keep it family friendly.
Of course. And I've got some stuff that isn't.
What do you say? I wish I could hear them.
Caleb, just unplug your earbuds or something. All right.
Because, I mean, would you agree that I act differently on the Xbox mic than I do actually on stream?
Well, yeah, definitely.
I mean, I can
You
say yes because I
definitely
can
do.
hear you.
Yeah, you're a lot more vile on the mic.
Could you have a different adjective for that than vile?
Well, no, because that's what it
That's
is.
what I mean.
So I sent this picture of it was a picture of Barack Obama's face in the video game Skyrim, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this guy took complete offense to it because it was Barack Obama.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he was saying, like, why can't it be Donald Trump or, someone white, apparently. It's just,
Okay.
I can't even talk about it without getting mad because it was just such a big
Makes
deal
no
to
sense
him
me.
just because it was a picture of Barack Obama in a video game.
Yeah, I think that's one of the funniest things ever, and we still talk about it to this day. All right, this fall marks his 25th year coaching and 4th year as the head coach at Cedar Ridge High School. In his first season, he led the team to the state semifinals in 2017 and has seen the playoffs every season after that. Coach Robinson, how you doing?
What's going on, guys?
Nothing much.
Nothing much. Just sitting here for 12 hours.
Yeah,
Man,
9 hours in.
that's a long time.
Yeah.
You have a bunch of people come on and come through, or what?
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
people
we've
come
seen
through
a-
supporting.
Yeah, we've had a pretty good support group coming in and out for every interview and what we've been doing.
Good.
Yeah, and I set a goal at the beginning of the stream that if we got a certain amount of followers, I'd bleach my hair, and they reached it pretty quickly. So my hair's gone now.
And that happened quick too. It
I
only
was
looks like
surprised.
that. It's going to look like really blonde tomorrow.
Just like a little introductory question at first. Where are you originally from?
And originally from, and you'll probably, I'll almost bleach my hair if anybody's heard of this place, but literally, but Del City, Texas, which is a little town between El Paso, Texas, and Carlsbad, New Mexico. So it's just right on the edge, like on the border of the Texas-New Mexico state line. And it's kind of right in between there, El Paso and Carlsbad. So far, far west Texas.
Wow, super west.
Yeah.
Good country out there.
I don't know any of Texas, so.
It's probably, it's crazy. Texas is so big. We go out there. I really don't have any family that lives there anymore, but still have some high school friends, and like we'll go out there and visit them. It's probably roughly a 9-hour drive from here, from Round Rock, and that's just that's just all in Texas. And we're in Central Texas, right? So I'm only going essentially halfway across.
And so we did a little bit of research as well as hearing stories from you, Coach, that you've coached all over the state of Texas. Do you think that CR is like a permanent home for you?
Yeah, I think most likely, the reason I would say yes is, my kid. So I have a kid coming into freshman year, so he'll be a freshman at Cedar Ridge next year. And I think, he was born in Hereford, Texas. I was coaching there. When he was 10 months old, we moved, went to Levelland, Texas. Was only there a year, probably another 10 months, maybe a little bit long, maybe 12 months. So he was not quite 2 yet. He turned 1 there in Levelland, not quite 2, moved to Round Rock, actually coached at Stony Point back like in 08, 09. And then, he was about 4, moved to Dallas area, started school there. Then when he was in first grade, moved to Lubbock. Then we moved here. And so when he was like, I think 6 years old, he had lived in 5 houses, And so when we got here, we actually I came here, I don't know if y'all even probably knew this. I came here as the defensive coordinator. I was a head coach at a smaller town near Lubbock. And so when I came here, I knew the head coach that was coming in, came here as a defensive coordinator. And I kind of thought I'd stay here like just a couple years. He was in 5th grade. And then try to find my permanent home. Kind of more of a smaller town person, but man, just really loved it. Then things worked out. That coach went to Baylor and I got promoted. So, now he's going to start as a freshman. He really he really loves Cedar Ridge. He wants to graduate from Cedar Ridge. So if I stay through his year, his senior year, then I would have 1 more year and theoretically I could retire. I don't know about if I'm ready to or if financially I could, but by the rules I could retire. So, I don't see myself going anywhere else. But the unfortunate thing about coaching is it's not always your choice either. It's crazy. Like something goes wrong or, maybe nothing goes wrong. Somebody decides it's time for you to go. Sometimes you have to go. So, but I hope that doesn't happen, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I speak for most of the players on the team. I mean, we'd love to keep you around. Definitely one of my favorite coaches. Definitely just
Appreciate that.
Definitely an intense guy at some times, but overall an awesome coach to have. So far, how has this like pandemic affected sports, specifically high school football, like that you've seen, and how might it continue to do so, like with the summer trainings and then starting football down in the fall?
Well, obviously, big effect, right? Just the fact that you start with your spring sports that all got canceled, early. So our track team didn't get to finish their stuff. Softball team, baseball team, golf, tennis. None of those guys got to finish their seasons. You talk about the football team. We're fixing to start spring football, which is a big time for this level of football. Then you start your youth sports. The summer league baseballs you normally would have been starting in May and or even probably earlier than that, April. So obviously just the cancellation of games and practices and stuff, that's been a big deal. For me, like this is probably since I've been coaching, like the longest we've went without like seeing the players, seeing the kids, and vice versa for y'all. It's probably the longest y'all have been without seeing some sort of teacher live, right? Because even summer break isn't really this long or you don't go this long because even in summer break for you guys, y'all are doing speed and strength camp. You're seeing your coaches. Then, you're out June, July, which is 8 weeks, and then maybe a week, 10 days in August, and you're back at school. Well, man, we've been out probably 10, 11 weeks. This is long and it's not over yet. Right. So that's a big deal. And then, the continuation is who knows. That's still a little bit scary. I don't know if y'all been following the UIL. They put out some stuff Tuesday about speed and strength camp, and they put out some more stuff today, like giving you the guidelines. Now Round Rock ISD has to look at those guidelines and approve it. But assuming that we get started and get to do some stuff, even if it's limited capacity in the weight room or all those guidelines, that starts giving you a light at the end of the tunnel to get back to playing. And you just hope that everything goes smooth in the fall. There's no outbreaks or things like that where the season gets interrupted or the school year gets interrupted. I think question for y'all, and I don't know, I'm not trying to take all your time, but
That's all right.
It's all good.
perspective, are y'all ready to go back? Or y'all kind of like, all right, enough?
Yeah, I think I'm ready to get back to normal, really.
Yeah. I'm getting really sick and tired of it. Of just sitting there.
It's like I miss school to a certain degree, not necessarily the work, but it's more the interaction on a daily basis. And I really do miss sports. I miss sports so much.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think social interactions it's like a huge part of life. I mean, just huge part of your learning, your education is just from interacting with people. I always talk about college, and I think I don't necessarily say college is for everybody or, there's a lot of different ways you can go about college, but I think one thing, like I'd push my son to do, don't know if it'll happen, but when I think back to college, moving there, like living in a dorm, just having to learn to live with other people. Like I learned probably more about that than I did as much as anything. And so, yeah, I do feel like y'all are missing out on some learning, even if you're doing your science class online, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. There is some aspects that you're missing. I hope we can get back to it soon.
All right, guys. For our last guest of the stream, we have a musician based out of ATX. He has his own unique style in music and over 19,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. Daddy Nat.
And we've been playing his music throughout the stream quite a bit,
throughout
so
the stream.
you already know what he makes good
What's
stuff.
up, boys?
What's
What's
up?
going on?
You guys see me? Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys?
How's it going?
Hey,
How you doing?
it's good, guys. I'm fantastic. I actually just got back from Galveston, so
Oh,
you
that's
know,
cool.
kind of got a little bit of a sunburn. If I don't know if you guys can see that. But.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How y'all doing?
Great.
Good. A little tired, but we're good.
Yeah.
Dude, I know how. So you guys been doing this for 10 hours, 12 hours
Yeah.
now?
Oh,
Yeah, we're
11
already
hours.
11 hours in.
Austin's a really big area, and we know you're from the Austin area. So, what part of Austin are you
For
from?
sure. So actually, man, I grew up in East Texas. So I grew up in like a small town in Athens called Athens, Texas, close to Tyler, Texas. And yeah, you guys ever heard? Are you guys from Texas? I know
Yeah.
you live in
I'm
Round
not.
Rock. Are y'all from Texas?
I'm from
I'm not.
Texas.
Right on.
I actually know exactly where Athens is. I don't know why, but I do.
Yeah, man. It's kind of a small town, but it's a really you know, kind of town where you didn't have much to do other than, for me, make music at the time. So kind of grew up there and then moved to Austin after I finished college. And yeah, man, have been here for about 6 or 7 years, live in Northeast Austin and kind of just been in the East Austin area for a little while. What part of Round Rock are you guys in?
17. All I know is like
All over?
It's like
There's
over
Round
different
Rock.
parts. I'm not from here, so I have no idea.
I'm pretty
I
sure
feel
we
you.
live on the northern side of Round Rock. We both
Yeah,
do.
Got you.
Just on the kind of ish border of Pflugerville.
I got to come through
Yes.
then, bro. Northern Round Rock.
I think I'm not
We'd
sure.
love to have you once
Um,
we get the studio back up and running.
Yeah, man. I was checking out some of your vids. It's pretty cool what you guys got going. I like the flow of it, man.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize you guys were. I know you found me on the internet. I was like, I had no idea you were that close. I was like, damn, bro,
Yeah.
got some fellow TikTokers around me.
Yeah, I found you through TikTok, and I think I DM'd you through there, and then I realized that you're actually from Austin. And then we started talking a little bit back and forth.
Yeah, man.
It was really cool to see, and that you agreed to come on here for this charity event. It's amazing. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Of course. No, I appreciate you guys having me for sure.
Of course. I know because I remember Logan told me that he got Daddy Nat to come on. I was like, what's that?
Yeah.
And then he played some of your music, and I will say, ever since he showed me it, every time we were up late at night working on stuff to work out for the stream, we've had it playing in the background.
Mhm.
It really is good stuff.
Bro, thank you guys so much, man. I
Yeah.
really mean that. So yeah, man. I've been in Austin for a few years. You know, kind of played in the rock and roll scene for quite some time. And I gotta say, man, thank you guys so much for playing my music, because this stuff is different. I'm making it at a computer as opposed to going to bars and playing it as much, you know. And it's a different experience, and really leveraging the internet, and like, you know, you finding me on TikTok, I feel like is just an example of that. I've really kind of like leaned in to the socials, if you will, and like tried to figure out that game out. And it's cool, man, because it's really reached more people with my music than ever. And I legitimately would have never had this opportunity come up if I hadn't, you know, tried to post it all over the internet. So shouts out to the internet.
Yeah. Definitely keeping us all connected, especially during a time like this. How early on in your life did you gain a love for music?
Man, that's a great question. So I started, man, I sang out of the womb. Like my mom always tells me, like as soon as I was here, I would be singing, or I would like listen to those Disney movies, you know, like we'd watch a whole like slew of different Disney movies growing up. And I'd always be like, oh, that's that song from X Disney movie or this. I just always was like really aware, you know what I mean? For whatever reason. And I didn't really become a musician per se. Like that was really like my real youth, 1 to 5, 1 to 6, something like that. As I got older, I started to get to a point where I was like, man, I want to learn guitar, or I wanted to learn piano, or I wanted to learn these different things. And, you know, I didn't really have the work ethic to do it. So I would always like pick up, all right, go get a guitar. And then it would, you know, sit in a closet for 6 months before I pick it up again. And eventually just kind of like a collective of my friends and I all started playing guitar. And then I also sang. I did like choir and stuff like that, but I never really thought of myself as a lead singer per se. And one of my friends was like, hey, we need a lead singer for our band. We were called the Suffocating Vegetables, and we formed when I was about 12 years old. So yeah,
Wow.
dude, it was like straight AC/DC covers and stuff like that. And that's whenever I really fell in love with like, yo, like people go crazy when you play music. And if you can do it right, you know, it's obviously very difficult, but you know, it can move people. And so it's kind of been a passion since, you know, around then, I'd say always, but really picked up around 12 to 13 or so.
That's crazy. You gained a love for music that early on.
Dude,
yeah. Whenever you did decide to like pursue this career in music, like who was the main Who was there along the way that really helped you and pushed you along?
Yeah, man. I think my parents have always been supportive, but like in an interesting way, I suppose, in a way where I think a lot of my music that I've made today, they love One Night, but like a lot of the other songs that I have, right? There's so many of them that they're kind of like, well, I see what you were going for with it there, but they're not going to bump it in their car. So I think it's been an interesting thing, because when I was doing the rock and roll stuff, when I was just like playing guitar and written a lot of songs, and I did that for a long time and had some decent success with it. They were much more in tune with that. They were like, oh, I kind of understand, the style of this music they're going. It was kind of rock music for the most part. So they understood that a little bit more. But they have certainly supported me the most along the journey, although they don't always understand, like, where I'm, what I'm, the modern music kind of, thing. But yeah, man, it's, I would say my parents, I would say, I've just, in a weird way, of course my family, of course my friend group, but in a weird way, it's kind of just felt like always been that thing that I was like, I just got to go for that. You know what I mean? And I think in a lot of ways, like, I've always had the support group to say, go do it. But I've also always had the drive to be like, this is what I want to do. And it takes a little bit of both of that, right? Because if I would be a little hesitant on it, you could imagine how your parents would be like, well, maybe you do want to go down a safer route, or maybe you do want to go try these other things, right? And fortunately, they've all been like, nah, go get it. So it's family, man. I would have to say they're probably the strongest supporters, and of course, friends, girlfriends, everybody has been super supportive over time.
Mm-hmm.
I know whenever we first started this, me and Logan, of course, our biggest supporters were our parents. Because once we told them that we were going to do it, we told them that we were all in, we're going for it. We're like, yeah, this is what we're doing. So they fully got behind that. Yeah.
What do you feel makes your music different from others?
Yeah, I think, I think I've been doing it long enough, and I've been doing this for a while. There's several bands that I've been in where I thought, I did all kinds of stuff, shopping record deals, doing, thinking I was going to make it a lot, you know what I mean? And having that kind of like belief that, oh, bro, it's all, I'm solved, it's game over. I'm about to make it. Life's about to be rock. That happened a lot. And I think that over time, I realized that I was really chasing something as opposed to just dialing in my craft and just dialing in and getting reps and going over and over and over again and making something. And when you do that enough, you can only sound like Lil Baby on so many tracks. You know what I mean? You can only sound like Post Malone on so many tracks if you really start exploring stuff. And I still am, I don't think I've peaked yet. I don't think I will. I don't know if I will, you know what I mean? Who knows, right? I'm always striving for something more. So yeah, I hope what makes my sound unique is that I'm just telling a story that couldn't be told by anybody else. I'm bringing a blend of elements that nobody else is going to just go naturally select. You know what I mean? It's going to be authentically me, because it's something that I'm not just going to have some producer send me a song that, hey, this is a pop song, let me get you on this. It's for me, it's much more about, do I actually vibe with this? Would I actually listen to this in a car? Would I actually go somewhere and whether it be a party or a friend's house or out on the lake or whatever it is, would I really bump this? And does it tell my story? So,
yeah, I feel like that's really great, because a lot of musicians nowadays just kind of go with whatever's popular or whatever's trending and just try to push things out and try to get it popular. But I really do feel the authentic vibe of what your music brings to the table, and the lyrics and just the way that it's produced is really great. And I feel that when I'm listening to it.
I appreciate that, man. And I have to shout out my producer. So I do have a guy in Austin. His name's Brian Ray, goes by Lonely Child. That's his, artist name. So yeah, he's helped me produce a lot of these songs. And that was kind of the thing, is I left the band, found Brian, and I was like, yo, I've got a lot of this stuff. I know how to produce, I know how to make songs, I know how to do this, but I really want to take it to that next level. And then we linked up. So I still collab, and I'm sure you guys feel this as well. Like having that partner in crime to keep you not only accountable but push you further and keep you going. Like that's huge. Like I'm still a collaborator. I just,
Right.
I can't running a band's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely having someone there to go through the process with you does help. That's what me and Logan have discovered.
Definitely.
That, we're always constantly pushing each other with it being one thing or another. I'm sorry. It's been over 11 hours.
Nah, dog. Y'all, I can tell y'all are tired, bro, but it's all good, man, because I'm with you, bro, because I'm just like 11 hours of stuff, dude. It's been, 20 minutes for me. I'm like...
Vocab was lost at hour like 6 or 5.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Gone out the door.
Yeah, but I mean, we're always trying to, make what we're doing different. Like, we're steady trying to interact with the chat. Like, before we started the stream, my hair was black. And so...
Bleach his hair this stream.
That happened. I said
beautiful. I like that, dude.
Yeah, we
started.
I mean, it looks good, so you know. It looks good, so you know.
Thank
you
you.
did well.
It turned out a lot.
I don't know
better
who
than what I
bleached
thought
it for you.
My sister did. She did it while on the stream.
Yeah.
No
we were
way,
interviewing. We were interviewing one of our friends, and she's just bleaching his hair away.
That's
it was
awesome,
great.
man.
Yeah, because I set a goal. We were at 59 followers, and I said if we get to 80, I'll bleach my hair. Right now, we're at 187.
Yo, that's awesome, man. Yo, that's awesome. Well, that's the way to do it, man. Shit, I'm on TikTok all the time trying to figure out what that next trend is to like let it go off, man. And it's for me, it's just that opportunity to take it to that next level, right? Everybody's on TikTok today.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Guess on a question in the chat, someone says, "I see the strings on the wall. Can we get a riff?"
Ah, shit. All right.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. I wasn't expecting this.
Neither.
I don't know if this guy's in tune.
I was not expecting this.
I know, dude. Somebody was like, "Turn up." I'm like, "All right, yeah, whatever."
Yeah, it's like, all right, sure.
All right, just a riff. Is that cool? Like, just a little. We'll keep it brief.
Yeah, just a little something.
Whatever, man.
Oh man, this is not that good tune, but oh well. Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lazy daisy crazy, and I'm losing my mind. The pictures start to stare at me so much longer this time. You could say my own distraction, the thought of attraction that could change all the thoughts of all the ideas that I had.
Wow. Oh my God.
That was amazing.
That was incredible. I was not expecting that.
I know, it's something just to be like, all right, I'll play. Like, just to pull that out.
Dude,
wow.
Dude, it's I did not anticipate that at all, but I do have a couple go-tos that I gotta go to whenever I have to like pull the guitar out. I was like, I'll play a little something. But yeah, man, it's funny. That's I'm glad I got called out for that. Shout out to whoever called out me out in the chat.
That was my dad.
I'm glad you got called out too. Wow, that was awesome.
Yeah,
and he was like, Caleb, could you take a look at the chat, please?
I just didn't want to ask because I don't feel like pressuring people to like do this,
And someone said you pressured
there's
me
a lot
to
of
do
people
it.
who probably would feel.
Yeah, it just feels awkward for me to like, hey, do this, like
Nah, I feel you.
Oh wow,
Worked out.
You have a great voice.
Challenge.
Oh, that was awesome. That was pretty
Thanks
awesome.
so much, man.
Like we heard the riff going and we were like, okay, and then you started
Like-
singing, and me and Caleb just
like-
looked at each other like,
Like, whoa.
Bro, it was so funny because I was playing the riff. I was like, oh man, this riff kind of it sounds okay. And I was like, I guess I better sing. I was like, let me like tone out some of that like lack of rusty strings or whatever they are.
Wow.
You guys got it,
so
man.
Thankful for having
12 hours.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you guys so much for having me, man. This was cool. Very, you guys are like I said, like I can tell you guys have done this several times now because I feel like you got the reps in. It's a whole lot more natural than other podcasts that I've been on before. So it's cool, man. I appreciate y'all for having me. We got to hang out sometime soon after all this quarantine shenanigans gets,
Yeah, man.
over.
Of course.
I'm down 100%.
Too.
Yeah, man.
And once again,
Well-
thank you so much for coming on. I personally didn't expect you to respond even that quickly, because most people don't. Of
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys for having me, man.
course,
Yeah.
of course. It was
Caleb,
a
you
pleasure.
normally wrap these things up.
All
You wanna
right.
Wrap it up.
Well, that concludes our 6th and final interview of the night. For the people that have been here from the beginning, if you've been here for an hour, even if
Heck
you've
yeah.
been here for 30 seconds, thank you so much for tuning in. It has
12
been
hours
an
and
honor.
12 minutes.
2 hours and 12 minutes. It's been an honor and an absolute pleasure that all of our work is going to a great cause, and we'll get back to you on the actual numbers of financial donations, but you guys just being here is a donation in itself. So once again, we'll catch you guys on the next time.
Deuces.